Yo guys, so big updates when it comes to the PA amp that we're trying to build. So let me get into it. First of all, something I really appreciate that I did is we got some feet, right? So it's a little bit elevated whenever it's on a flat surface, and it has some rubber so it doesn't move as much as it did. But there are some internal upgrades that I'm really excited to show you and talk to you about. If we flip this guy around, you're gonna definitely see some things missing, right? So our 600 watt power supply is definitely missing. It's gonna be upgraded to a 1500 watt, right? And then we're gonna have a 1200 watt amp right here, 1200 watt power supply. And guys, I'm super excited for this. Tar Amps is such a great company when it comes to amps. I really recommend them for letting me try out this amp. It's super awesome. And now, when it comes to just basic things, I got this button installed, which it says channel A, but all of this stuff has nothing to do with channel A, right? Because remember what this was before, my changes, I would say. So I do have a plan, because usually if you turn this guy on, right, turns on the power supply goes to the amp turns on, there you go, right? But this actually happens a lot more than you think. But if ever something happens to the power supply, which I'm assuming will be here, I really want to be able to work on it and see does it work while turning it on. But Tar Amps, or amps in general, to be honest, don't like having no load, no subs, nothing, right? They have power, no load, nowhere to drain the capacitors, nothing, right? They hate that, like truly hate that, because the wattage is going nowhere. Over time, it's going to kill your amp. Trust me on that one, right? So I want to be able to turn it off and on. So this is off, this is on. There you go. Really easy. This will be on most of the time while it's sitting in its home right there with the subs. And I have some reinforced cables when it comes to the sub cable. So it goes from thick to... This is where I'm going to connect my main subs just to be safe. But then there is some thinner wire, but it's not too thin where it's like dangerous. But that's just a little upgrade, I would say. This ground wire is a bigger ground area. I'm going to connect it. Right now it goes from over here down to this guy right here. But I'm going to remove these stems because we have to put our big boy bass knob and get this wire and hook it up to our mains, because our mains is connected to the case ground, but case ground is not the best case ground at all. Trust me on that one, it does not have great continuity. So we're gonna have a bigger surface area when it comes to grounding, because this was sanded down, bolted on really tightly, and painted over. I mean, I didn't paint this area, but you could see, because there is paint on here, but don't worry, it's completely, how do I say this, shaved off when it comes to the back, right? So I just want to play it safe and make sure everything for this amp is really good when it comes to me building it, because I'm notorious for taking off dust caps, have shitty wiring. But this time I'm really locking in when it comes to this amp. This is something I'm really proud of, and hopefully you guys can join the journey too.